So I have a bunch of beautiful green beans from the garden and also some fresh pears from the tree. And this season everyone has so many pears. It's amazing. So I'm just going to cut these are the really long beans, and just to make it easier for eating, I'm just going to cut those in half. And I've started my little pot here with a little bit of water in the bottom on high heat so it doesn't burn. And just put the beans in there on the high heat just to get them started. And then I will use just a few pears too, and I'm just going to put those in after the beans have heated up for a few minutes. So just to add a little bit of flavor, I'll just chunk these up a little bit like that. And what I think I'll do to spice it up a little is to add just a little bit of chili flakes, just a few. Give a little bit of flavor, and then you've got the, it's always better if you add a little bit of Himalayan sea salt to it to bring out the flavor, and I'm going to add just a little bit of black pepper too while those saute. So what I'll do is I'll just add these pears at the very end while, after I've turned the heat off. So I'm just going to stir fry those for, not for very long, because I still want them sort of a tender crisp. I'll go like that, and give those kind of a cut. So that's about an equal amount of pears to beans, I think. Let's see here, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so you can see on the high heat that's just cooking along super fast and easy. Give that a little bit of a stir. And to bring out the flavor of the pears and the beans, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of maple syrup, just about a teaspoon, not too much, just to bring out that flavor and the sweetness of the pears in with the beans. So you put that on high heat for probably about 5 minutes. And the thing with the pears too is, you know, when you eat fresh fruit with other foods, it tends to not make the digestion exactly perfect, right? Because the enzymes in the pears will break down right away. And especially if you're adding anything else to this meal, it would slow down the digestion and create a little bit of a fermentation because of the fresh fruit. So that's why you do want to cook the fruit a bit. Ideally, the saying goes, you should eat fruit alone. So 15-20 minutes before a meal or 2 hours after it, because of that enzyme activity. But if I cook these enough to where the enzymes are mostly gone, of course you are getting rid of the nutrient value, but you're also making it easier to digest. So it kind of depends on what you're after. Easy digestion or more nutrition. But, you know, to make it an enjoyable and tasty meal, it's okay to do it like this once in a while. All depends on where you're at with your health. So, yeah, so you can see that that's going to take a few minutes. So that's where I would make my salad and my the rest of the meal, and then put it all together. Okay, so that's that. Really easy. Just let it cook for probably about 5 more minutes. Tender crisp.